Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another fun, fast, friendly, exciting Loki family tournament. I will be one of your couple of hosts through this adventure. Alongside me is Lermy.
Howdy, everyone. This is going to be a super exciting tournament. We've already got some picks locked in for our first matchup, so why don't we go ahead and break that down?
Well, my breakdown analysis is as follows. It looks like each team did get a warrior, assassin, support, mage, and a hunter. So I think they're even.
It's a pretty good balance.
It's kind of crazy.
You know what is perfectly balanced, though, is that there's an Osiris on both sides. So we'll have to see who is the true Osiris supremacist here.
Can we also talk about how there's an Awilish with an Atlas?
Oh, no.
That's
oh, no.
I know Vulcan is not in this game right now, but that's a spicy meatball.
Indeed. We're going to have to also be worried about this Bacchus then for the side of Helen's squad, because that is the only character with a jump there, but it is a pretty exploitable one considering that belly flop is like Bacchus's main engage tool. So if he doesn't do that, or he can't do that rather, it'll be kind of hard for the whole squad to get in there.
It's true. I do have to say one thing that I am really liking, Alpha Jackal on Kukulkan. I don't know how good he is on him, but I do know that when it comes to securing those siege minions, or really any objective, Kukulkan pretty much takes the cake over anyone else on that roster.
Yeah, we do have to be worried about the steal from the other side, though, with the I'm a Monster coming from the Scylla. They both have pretty similar secure potentials. It's really just going to be about who times theirs better.
Very true. That is going to be really interesting when it comes down to it. I'm excited to see how this plays out, because I mean, Lermy, this is a Slash tournament. We've been over this. I love Slash. It's great. It's fun. It's amazing. But I've never actually seen a Slash tournament.
Yeah, that's pretty true. I mean, this mode came out literally not even 2 months ago, so I'm wondering if there's some kind of super top secret meta that all the Slash mains have come up with, and we'll have to see if these two teams are those super secret meta subscribers.
Do you have a meta? Because I have a meta.
I personally don't. I just run it down to see wherever I can get kills. I typically am the assassin. Oh, that's the meta.
That's the meta. You run it down.
Ah.
Yeah.
Hey, it works. If it works, it works. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, exactly. Well, I mean, here's the thing. Here's what I see with this game mode. There's no laning phase. It's brawl. It's brawl or be brawl. The best that you can do is put either your hunter or your mage solo farming in one lane. The other 4 members of your team constantly rotate between the two, because to run from one lane to the other is literally 2, maybe 3 seconds. That's it. So rotations can easily be on point. You can get to the waves if you have to go over to the mage or the hunter that's getting the solo farm. But for the most part, you just are in the jungle trying to constantly find ganks and get them to back off. Looks like we are loading into the game now, though. I'm excited to see how this works.
Yeah, me too. I'm really interested to see what these starting builds are going to be, though, because that really is going to be determinant of these first couple of minutes of the game. I think this red buff fight is going to be crucial for people to get that extra bit of pressure in whatever lane they decide.
Definitely. Now, which team do you think has the advantage on this red buff fight when it comes to the secure? I mean, Kukulkan with the whirlwind, it's definitely something to be feared if they can pull that into there. That tick damage is really going to go good. On the side of Ruby Lizards, though, what do they have to secure that away?
I mean, they've got Crush. And Crush is pretty good at that.
That's
feel
true.
like overall, their team does have a solid bit more burst damage. Whereas they've got, on the other side, FarmerHelen bots have got the ticks from Kukulkan, from Loki. And, they've got Capsize from Charybdis to maybe use that as secure. But Charybdis has to be pretty freaking close to that buff to be able to use it.
Very
so
true.
It's kind of like give and take. How much are you willing to risk to get that red buff?
Yeah, I want to say red. You know what? Screw it. Mifflin Curse be darned. FarmerHelen bots are going to get the red buff. FarmerHelen bots are going to get the red buff. I mean, they got Kukulkan with great damage. They got a Loki that's going to be able to lurk around and keep people away. They've got an Osiris that also does a good bit of long range. And FarmerHelen on that Bacchus is going to be able to zone them out and flop in if needed to get people to stop from coming in. I'm calling
Yeah, we'll
it
have
right
to
now.
see. I am pretty concerned about any flopping in from FarmerHelen, though, because they've got an Atlas on the other side, and though Bacchus is not immune during his burp, I think he puts himself in a pretty rough spot if he's able to get picked up by Atlas afterward.
I mean, here's the thing you gotta remember, though. Bacchus is the support. The support is meant to die for the red buff. That's written in stone. In blood inside of the stone.
Well, it's going to be a pretty unfair fight here because we've still got the Bacchus and the Loki coming out from the lane, and it looks like the red buff is secured by the Ruby Lizards. Off to a great start, though, but it looks like the Scylla's the one to be able to pick it up.
See, this is why I should not, like, do Mifflin type stuff. Like, I was just wrong there completely. Gosh darn it.
You cursed them. You
Thanks,
cursed them the first match
Mifflin.
of the
There we go.
tournament.
I cursed him with that. Oh, that was almost a really good crush. Amazing use of the nice little lurking from the Charybdis there to get out of the damage for that one. And now over in the right-hand lane, it looks like we got a flop coming in. A Willish is going up. Nothing really is going to happen but get them to back off over a lot of damage coming up. FarmerHelen is picked up as you were worried with that Atlas. Lot of damage. The ice from Scotty is good, but the damage is not quite there yet. They're just a little bit too low level. I got to say, though, that seems a little scary.
Oh yeah, we've got to watch out for the Scylla, though, as she's getting a bit poked out there by the Loki. Gotta have to use that Sentinel away, but everybody here is grouped up on this right side. They're splitting back up to go back to that strategy that you mentioned of trying to give their carry as much farm as possible. But again, with the focus from this Loki, Charybdis all coming through. That is the chomp, but not the first blood.
Not enough, and now we go over to the jungle. The Osiris is being chased down, but it looks like he will be fine. A Willish is coming in. The knock-up is good. The feather step is better. The wind is red button attack. Everything is happening. Lermy, why are they fighting? It's 1 minute 32 seconds. Oh my gosh, another girl's coming out.
To run it down here. And they certainly are running it down. Lots of ultimates getting thrown out left and right. Atlas all trying to peel, but that's first blood. Charybdis takes down the Awilix.
However, a return kill coming right down there. Osiris going down. Alpha Jackal from downtown. That was absolutely crazy. Sit down.
That was a
Atlas,
snipe
take
one.
a break.
EU ping too? Can we talk about that?
That was EU ping. You've got to be kidding me. There's no
Well,
way.
it seems like, oh, that was a brave jump in there from FarmerHelen. I would be a little bit concerned here if there was a little bit more mana there on Scotty, but alas, Scotty's going to go home. Scylla's going to get a little bit more solo farm, and we'll have to see where the Scylla goes with it, because actually there's a really fun interaction here that we may have missed in the picks and bans, and it's actually sister versus sister. Charybdis versus Scylla on either side.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even see that. That was completely overlooked. That's pretty interesting. I like that. All right, here we go. Looks like both teams are just going back to basic laning. Nothing too much happening out of there. It looks like Loki is getting a little bit in there with the Atlas, getting some really good damage out. However, he's going to be able to retreat under the tower, most likely back into base at that point. Now, let's look at the item tree, Lermy. Do you see anything that really sticks out? Because to me, I'm really liking the Gauntlet of Thebes on Kukulkan.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly does work out. One thing that I'm kind of concerned about is the benevolence on the Scylla. I'm not sure where that one's going to go, but that is not an item you see on Scyllas very often.
Well, we'll see what happens later on with the build. It looks like they are trying to collapse onto this Charybdis right now. Atlas with almost a perfect pull right there, but Charybdis better with the ult. Now in trouble is Ruby Lizards. Alpha Jackal takes one down. Sir Peelbot takes another. Sit down, Scotty. And now that is not unanswered.
Yeah, the
Scylla.
return kill there from Scylla is able to make it so, but did you see that ultimate from Alpha Jackal? Is he just the GOAT Kukulkan?
That was absolutely, you know what, okay. What?
Atlas ult's good.
Atlas ult is good. You've got to be kidding me. Oh my god. Oh wait, hold on. Scylla caught out, is going to be able to dash away though. That's fine. You know, I said at the start of the game, I didn't know how good Alpha Jackal was in that Kukulkan. FarmerHelen stealing the kill from the Loki. I love it. Thank you. Oh, are they going to? Oh, they're not even going to run. They're going to keep going.
And Calder's in there too. Everyone's in there.
This is nothing but a fight fest. I love it. We're 4 minutes and we have 9 kills, Lermy. This is nuts.
Yeah, this is maximum running it down from both teams here.
I absolutely love it. This is like, it just can't be done. Look at this. They're just controlling everything, and they're just fighting. Like, nothing matters. No one's even over in the right lane to take the siege minion that just spawned. They don't care about it. They just want to slap each other in the face. This is nuts.
Yeah, we have gotten to a pretty pivotal point in the game, though. Like you said, that siege minion has spawned on that right side, and the first team that gets that is going to have their Guardians of Apep strolling down the lane. So we'll have to see if that gets contested, but for now, people are kind of just content to continue farming and grabbing whatever farm they can across the board.
Very true. Now, on this Osiris for Ruby Lizards, I do see a Heart Ord amulet. Oh, it is glyphed. I was just going to ask if they were going to upgrade to a glyph or not, and we do have our answer right there. Yes, it was. Because, fun fact, Lermy, it actually is in the coded system where you could potentially get the item unglyphed, and you have to build it and not be able to upgrade.
What a super unfortunate one to get, though. Amulet of the Stronghold first. He's literally getting 4 protections from that, which is not a lot in the grand scheme of things. But oh my god, double hit there from Spirit of the Nine Winds, but jumped in from the Osiris to peel it away. There's no beats for this one, but he is going to try and self-peel.
A very good fight coming through from Ruby Lizards. We'll see if they can pick this one up at the back end. Not quite. It looks like everyone's going to be getting out. FarmerHelen bots are going to be able to come in. However, it looks like a Will has just stepped up a little too much. Bronze Thief, I see why your name is Bronze Thief. That was kind of a bronze level play.
Oof. Yeah, they're kind of suffering right now. They're currently 0-3, but it looks like most of the kills are landing up on this Charybdis, which, by the way, this Charybdis build is actually insane. They've got mannequins on Charybdis. I mean, that's pretty solid.
I like it. I'm a fan. I do have to say, though, this Atlas, can we talk about this Spear of Desolation first item? As soon as Loki kills Scylla, then now we can talk about it. Loki killed Scylla. Now we can talk about the Spear of Desolation.
Yeah, I'm actually, like, super with this Damage Atlas build. I think it's going to be super sick. It kind of depends where he takes his stone to, but Loki is just running a clinic on this left side of the map. I'm not sure that the damage mitigation is going to save you there, bud. You're going home.
It's a Loki with a Blackthorn hammer. It's like, what is happening right now? I mean, depression? Yes! Yes! Yeah! Right here! Come on! That's supposed to be your name, not what you're implementing on the enemy team!
The first of Apep's Chosen is making their way downtown, just outside of this tower line. A couple more steps in, and a fight sure is to break out there. Chop into the Secure from Alpha Jackal. That's 1 kill for Sir Peelbot. Sky's gonna be able to get away, but this tower is in trouble.
Alpha Jackal has not missed an ultimate yet this game, and that is just something to honestly praise. Now in the back, we do have some good fighting coming through. Oh my gosh, here we go. Come on, Jesse. Can you do it? Are you going to be able to take the Charybdis down? You're fighting. You missed the sickle. You're hacking. You're slashing. You're chainsaw buzzing. However, the escape is good. And with that, Sir Peelbot is going to peel for himself and get out of there. FarmerHelen not going to have to worry about anything. The stun is going to come through. Loki's going to come in and clean this up. Jesse, I'm sorry. You tried your hardest, but it wasn't enough. And now the flop is going to be going on a Will. That's supposed to be, oh my, that's a triple on depression. That's a triple on depression.
He's going in for the Quadra. He's dropping down the decoy. Tower shots will take him down, but he's not low enough to go into the ground. He's going to take his triple kill and go home. And meanwhile, everybody else is resetting, getting their money, spending it up, grabbing new items. And let's take a little look at what the builds have developed into. We've got Chinsai on that Loki, by the way. This is a peak Loki build. I have seen Chinsai on a total of 1 Loki ever, and this is the one.
Yes.
So, we're feeling pretty good about that.
I'm liking it. You know, it's obviously working. It's obviously working. But one thing that I'm really liking is the second item that Bacchus decided to go with. That nice little Shoguns right there. That is going to be very good assistance for Charybdis and for Loki.
Yeah, I think they are really loving this build so far, especially with the Pestilence. That's going to help out a ton versus any lifesteal that might show up across the board. I mean, hey, Scylla has some on the other side, and it certainly is not nothing. So it is important to consider that little bit of information. But overall, I mean, this is getting a little bit out of control as one tower has already gone down on the side of the Ruby Lizards. And, I mean, the player damage does speak numbers. Atlas is up the top, but Loki Depression has been truly ruling the map here.
It's just, oh my god, hold on. The jump in, Depression is looking for it, trying to get to it. The Crypt Assault is going to hit a nice little stun on there. However, it's not going to be enough damage to get it done. Atlas Ult is going to come through to try to do a little bit of controlling. Not enough is happening. However, in the background, Depression will fall. Alpha Jackal will get a kill onto Elite Gamer. It is a 1-for-1 trade. And it looks like both teams are now backing off. That was a big trade. Depression being down. You don't let Depression get you down. You take down Depression. And that's what happened down there. Now, under the tower, we got a flop in from FarmerHelen. And not even needed the Servant of the Nine Winds from Alpha Jackal, as the Belch is going to be enough to take down Bronze Thief.
Well, the sky has turned red, and that means that Apophis has arrived. And that also means that more of Apep's Chosen are hanging out on the battlefield. We may see up to 3 more coming through at any point, but right now, the biggest concern is that FarmerHelen is stuck between the CC from the Atlas and the Scylla, and it looks like they're going straight towards the Chosen on the left. And they might just be able to get it without any contest.
They might. Scylla is very low on mana. If Kukulkan comes in here with AJ, AJ's low on mana too. I don't know what's going to happen with this. They're just going to dance off around it, I guess. We'll see how well they contest this. Meanwhile, Sir Peelbot gets a kill onto Atlas the Great. What? Oh, there we go. There's that. They got it.
Oh. They did get it. Yes, that was all Alpha Jackal there. He's got no mana, though, and he's pretty tanky, so I don't see any way that the lizard goes down here. But Sir Peelbot running a clinic, they were under the Phoenix there. Am I wrong? Like, they were just diving the crap out of them, and there was no response.
No response at all. And that's one thing that I loved about going back to that Siege Juggernaut, being able to spawn that one for AJ coming through on that Kukulkan. That Whirlwind is so great, because every time an enemy is doing an objective, you just run up and put a Whirlwind, and you immediately turn it into a 50-50 chance. That's it.
Indeed, and it has worked out 100% of the time so far for this squad. And this Osiris, surrounded by 4,
he can't do any damage to Alpha Jackal. he hacked and slashed him, and the man took absolutely nothing. Look at that build. Gauntlet of Thebes, Stone of Binding. Like this man's after my own heart. This is support Kukulkan to the max, and I love it.
Yeah, I mean, this build is going to be tough to beat here. Still all coming through. Doesn't anyone but 3 people get hit by the Spirit of the Nine Winds. AJ really just is on a tear here. I don't think I've seen any Kukulkan hit this many.
You can't stop. And Depression is going to get the final kill on there to make it for the Deicide. Is this end? Can they end on this? They are so low. They are very low.
Try.
Jesse has respawned. I mean, they don't have a lot of damage on the Titan yet. It's only at half health. The rest of the team is spawning and coming in. Bronze Thief is in there. They're getting the damage done. No kills are on the board yet, but they are going to tuck tail and leave. And it looks like Ruby Lizards are just going to have to take care of that siege minion. Well, yeah, FarmerHelen bots are free to just go. However, look at the right side of the map. Because of what they were pushing, FarmerHelen bots just lost a right tier 1 tower. Not a huge thing, but this opens up the door. Look at this. Teleporting through is the rest of Ruby Lizards. Now they're going to be able to put some pressure on the bots.
Yeah, they were able to get a tower, and believe me when I say something is anything at this point. When you're able to get just even a smidgen of gold on your side, that could be another item. That could be a full buy on a relic. You never really know how much work that smidgen of gold is going to do, so hopefully they're going to take that and run with it. So whenever the items that they can finish, they're going to need it, because Apophis is on the table.
Apophis is on the table. I'm curious. It doesn't look like it's on anyone's eye right now, though. However, Loki going through the jungle, trying to catch them out for just trying to back and be there. Honestly, Depression, no one is safe. No one is safe from Depression.
No one is safe.
like, not even in your own home, you're not safe from Depression. Look at that. In their own jungle, coming through. The pull is good from a Willish. However, the ult is going to be even better from Depression coming through. Now going to be running out. The fight continues. Atlas ult is down. The flop in for FarmerHelen finds 2. The Belch is coming out. It is going to be a stun onto Atlas. However, they are going to be able to back under that fountain and heal up. Only Elite Gamer was the one to fall there.
On this left-hand side, FarmerHelen bots has got the Juggernaut with them. That's a stun into that little bit of damage there from the tornado, and it was enough to take down the Bronze Thief. A lot of damage coming through from the Spirit of the Nine Winds, but Osiris does make it back into the fountain, but Depression is creeping into the space. He's bouncing back and forth on that ice, taking a little bit of a route from the Scylla, but that will not stop the Bacchus from leaping on in.
Yeah, was that BM to Spirit of the Nine Winds, someone in their own fountain? You knew it wasn't gonna kill them.
Yes,
He was
I'm
in his
gonna
own
say
fountain.
yes.
That was AJ just going, hey, I've hit every single one of these. I'm gonna hit this one too. The flop in from FarmerHelen, like, they're not giving up this fight. They do, like, oh my gosh, the tick damage from Alpha Jackal got the player docs. You've got to be kidding me. Scylla falls. That is huge. That is a lot of damage that is off the table and a lot of control. It is still a 4v5 scenario. Ruby Lizards are just backpedaling on this. They are doing everything they can to control this fight. The flop up and pull is good. That's on to 3. Everything's coming through. Elite Gamer's back. Elite Gamer has a double. They're running this down. The chop is coming. Osiris is putting the brakes on this train. The bot's trying to go through the base, and nothing is going to be able to make it through there except maybe Depression. No, Depression looks like he's gonna run away into the jungle. Charybdis ult coming through. FarmerHelen bots haven't even like fully disengaged. They're just kind of like, hi, we're still here.
Alpha Jackal is out of mana, but Depression is in the midst of it all. Does take the I'm a monster to the face, but uses the Assassinate to get on out of there. I don't think anyone else can really catch him, but Alpha Jackal is completely out of mana here. He's got to start running away, but it looks like he's getting knocked up and slowed down by the entire force of the Ruby Lizards, but that Mythal was almost good enough.
Nope, there it goes.
That's too much CC, and that's a shutdown too.
There it goes. Yeah, that's huge. That is pretty huge right there. Alpha Jackal's off the clock for 30 seconds right now. Unfortunately, Ruby Lizards are pushing back. It looks like Charybdis is going to be starting up the siege minion on the right-hand side. The Phoenix has respawned on the left. That is big. If they can clear out that last fire minion wave, most likely that will remain. No one has taken Apophis yet, though. No one has looked at Apophis.
Yeah, that is one thing that's kind of been a little bit of an issue for the FarmerHelen bots, is they spent a lot of time on that left-hand side doing their best to force the issue. But the thing is that there's still a tower on the right side. There was still a Phoenix up at that point, and Apophis was still up. Yeah. They would have had a much easier time if they just chose to do those couple of things.
There was a lot of stuff that they could have done with that. Now there's a fight underneath the T2 tower. Not much is happening with it, though. The flop up is good. Charybdis is going to be able to escape out of that one. Osiris is going to have to use his ult to jump on out of there. Atlas is trying to look for it. Depression comes in and takes Scylla down. And now Sir Peelbot, Depression with a double. A flop that takes 2. The belch that takes more. And now FarmerHelen bots. All right, I think... yeah, I think they are going to confidently run right up here. Not going to worry about that siege over and left. And take game 1, most likely. We've
got 15 seconds on the player docs. Maybe they get up in time, but this Titan is all on its own here. It's going to be taking damage from all 5 members. There's no way that anyone on the side of Ruby Lizards gets up in time, especially with that Spirit of the Nine Winds coming through to seal the deal.
That was one interesting game 1. I mean, good lord, you couldn't ask for more of it when it comes to a trollnament. FarmerHelen bots will win the first round and move on to the next tier. We've got a few more rounds to go, team. And it is still anybody's game. Look at those builds. Look at that. I love it.
Yeah, that was just an absolute train run by Depression and Sir Peelbot. I mean, we do have to mention the incredible snipes from Alpha Jackal as well, and like the front line held it down too. I mean, everyone on FarmerHelen bots really did pull their weight. You know, the luck of the draw really favored them. One sister over the other, one Osiris over the other. That Atlas, you know, wasn't able to set up that Awilix enough, unfortunately.
It happens. Atlas had some great plays. Atlas was trying so hard to create space, make good plays, and put some damage out, especially with that build. Unfortunately, there just wasn't a lot to capitalize off of with it. I mean, and let's be honest right here. I mean, MVP of that game, I think I need to give that to Depression. That was Depression's game to lose.